response to this year's DDA survey on Duke's classroom accommodations, multiple students voiced their discontentment regarding how difficult it is to have their learning needs met, even before the start of classes. What is the process of getting classroom accommodations like at Duke, and why do students often choose not to get these accommodations?
One of the reasons why a lot of students choose not to get accommodations from the Student Disability Access Office is because it's so long and arduous.
The administration could play a role in changing those. That would inherently make it more accessible, would make it more friendly to people who are, not typically abled.
It's lamentable that there has to be so much forethought that goes into it. Like the semester before, you have to be looking at like, what books am I going to need? I need to see if the Student Disability Access Office can get me those books, or sometimes people have to do their own research online, because you have to make sure, like, if you don't have a book, then you can't do the reading and you're not going to be successful in the course. That's a real problem that I want to see change on.
How should we expect faculty and administration to respond to students' learning needs?
In general, with interactions with professors, you're supposed to share your accommodation letter with every professor every semester and meet with them. And it's basically a comprehensive meeting where I just go through like everything I need to be successful and make sure the professor understands how all of those accommodations can be implemented in their course. You can't expect every professor to have an innate understanding for every student because the needs are so diverse, but you would rightfully expect like some familiarity with the resources that are available to students so that the burden of making sure that the student is successful is not placed entirely on the student as it is now. The thing is, if you're not constantly speaking up about what your needs are, you're not going to get what you need. And I'm not trying to say that people shouldn't have to advocate for themselves, but it shouldn't be so hard, it shouldn't take so much effort.
So if Duke became a fully accessible institution of higher learning,
for example, an institutional willingness to record classes, like especially, for example, when there's a significant snow on the road or during flu season for people who have compromised immune systems, or even to put it to a vote, for example, of people in the classroom or on an as-needed basis. Since they do have that ability, would show an institutional willingness to utilize accessibility features that are already built into the classrooms in a way that would improve access for students. The utilization of electronic visual aids rather than hand-drawn has the potential to increase accessibility. If the school is really committed, they could have somebody available that could help professors with that, could help digitize things. With smartphones, really, it wouldn't be that difficult to draw it once and then just have it on a PowerPoint.
If people with disabilities, young adults with disabilities, see Duke as a place where they can go and they can be successful, they can be celebrated just as much as other students, Duke really has an opportunity to get a lot of new perspectives and new talent coming into the university. If it does decide to make those kinds of changes and make Duke a great place for people with disabilities instead of a mediocre or a bad place for people with disabilities. Like, how can we really give students with disabilities the best?